Right now, Jenna, about this journalist that has been detained, that's our breaking news this evening. Forgive me if I mispronounce her last name, but here's what Ms Chen was saying a little bit earlier this year. Roll this tape.
I studied commerce at the University of Queensland in sunny Brisbane. Australian education and Australian cultures and values are all enmeshed together, and that means a lot of respect for freedom, a lot of respect for creativity, individuality, and I think that has helped me so much in my work.
Now, I'm assuming that is coming from a university website. I'll double-check what the source was, but so it doesn't quite match with the job that she was doing, Jenna, which was apparently being a freedom lover who was more than happy to work for state TV. What do you want to say about this lady now being detained and now it becoming public, and the fact that it becomes public, it takes on a whole new tenor?
Yeah, indeed. I think it's really terrifying what this poor woman and her family must be going through if they are still in Queensland. Then our thoughts and prayers obviously go out to you during this very difficult time. But I think it's really interesting that the fact that now it has a human, the thawing or the freezing of relations between Australia and China now have a human face, and this is her, with the fact that we can all talk about industry as much as we like, but I think the minute you dangle, a human who grew up in Australia and was educated here and is now being detained in China, which would not be a pleasant experience, is terrifying. And interestingly, the manoeuvre of why the diplomats have now decided to go public with this is probably because, well, as we've seen with the poor Trade Minister and also the Agricultural Minister, they can't get their Chinese counterparts to pick up the phone. So hopefully Marise Payne has some more success with helping this woman be repatriated to her home country, and fingers crossed that she's safe and well.
Do you think, Jenna, we're going to learn that one of the reasons she's been detained is because she's an Australian?
I can't comment on what has actually happened. I guess all we know is the statement that we've seen from the Foreign Minister tonight, but the timing is definitely curious.
Richo, how do you feel about this? I mean, again, look, it's so opaque. Why has she been charged, or why has she been detained? What has she been charged with? We don't know. All we've got is those couple of lines that come out of the Foreign Minister here, but as soon as these things are made public, you're either doing that because somebody else is going to make it public or because you want it to be made public.
Yeah, this is just the classic shot across the bows, isn't it? This is the Chinese saying, hey, we can get tough if you want us to, and tougher if we need to. I think that's what they're saying. I don't think that you require special intelligence to work that out. You don't need ASIO to tell you. They're just playing tough guy.
Well, if that's the case, Rowan, it's obviously quite frightening, and I don't think it's going to dissuade anyone in the Australian government. I think it's only going to make them double down.
Yeah, but it's also important to, as Richo said earlier, this is the art of diplomacy. Apparently Julie Bishop wasn't particularly good at it. Let's hope Marise Payne is better at it. But the toing and froing and bargaining behind the scenes and, OK, well, we won't say this and we'll say that. And, it is... It's normally Russia and America, or Europe and Russia who are undergoing this. This time it's us and China. And clearly Xi Jinping has overreached following the coronavirus, and I would imagine there are a lot of people in China trying to pull him back.
There is a statement from the family. It's been released, I think, to the ABC, but we'll repeat it here via their website. As a family, we're aware of the current situation in regard to this lady's status, as advised by the Department of Foreign Affairs. We're in close consultation with DFAT and doing everything we can as a family to support her. In China, due process will be observed, and we will look forward to a satisfactory and timely conclusion to this matter. We ask that you respect that process and understand that there will be no further comment at this time. An Australian journalist who went to the University of Queensland, where apparently freedom was quite on the offering, who ended up working for state television in China, has been detained on for what reason and for how long? We will wait. We will see. All right.